The new Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild trailer from this year's Game Awards show contained a ton of new information. Here at Gagz Gaming, we did a quick analysis of the top 5 things that we learned. So let's get right to it, shall we? Number 5. Near the beginning of this new trailer, which features an opening scene that seems familiar in presentation to the openings from Skyward Sword and The Wind Waker, we see this Sheikah emblem, with a tear suddenly dropping down from the Sheikah eye. This teardrop eventually lands on the soil, causing trees to grow from the ground up. In the next scene, we see actual footage from the game with the same trees, followed by what appears to be changing seasons. This is very revealing, as it demonstrates, perhaps symbolically, the Sheikah's important role in bringing life to Hyrule. In fact, towards the end of the trailer, when the title and logo of the game are displayed, we can see the infamous flower springing up and blossoming from the ground up, in a manner reminiscent to the trees growing from the ground up following the teardrop near the beginning of the trailer. This all ties in with the old man's comment that long ago, an advanced civilization known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands and in fact saved this land time and time again. Thus, this opening sequence shows just how critical of a role the Sheikah have played in bringing life to Hyrule. Number 4. We knew from E3 that the Calamity Ganon had brought ruin and corruption to the Hyrule Kingdom 100 years ago. As we can see in numerous places throughout the trailer, the Calamity Ganon corrupts everything it touches. This is especially on full display in what appears to be Castletown from Twilight Princess, given the fountain in the middle and the red flag that appeared to be similar to the fountain and red flags near Castletown in Twilight Princess. The Calamity Ganon's unforgiving force and power is on full display near the end of the trailer, where we see its lethal impact near Hyrule Castle, with pinkish red flames emanating from it following the Thunderstrike. In short, this trailer confirms that the Calamity Ganon is all about death and destruction. Everything it corrupts, whether guardians or anything else, become another obstacle Link must overcome. Number 3. We knew from E3 that Breath of the Wild did have towns, but that Nintendo made a strategic choice not to unveil them yet in any of the footage or gameplay. So what we saw from this latest trailer wasn't surprising, but was nonetheless reassuring. From the presentation, we see what appears to be primitive people engaged in basic human activities, such as cutting wood, raking leaves, growing vegetables, and so on. There appears to be 2 separate towns featured in this video, with the first being this place where there appears to be some kind of a horse-related shop or perhaps a horse training academy, and the second being a larger town with many home-type structures. A closer look at the second town reveals a visual and structural look similar to that of Kakariko Village from Ocarina of Time, in that there are many home structures and they are layered within different elevations, just as in Kakariko Village. And there's at least 2 cuckoos. However, this area also has some similarities with Ordon Village in Twilight Princess, where many of the same things that were present there are present here, like a little watermill, a body of water or waterfall, houses in different elevations, cuckoos, and places for vegetation. Moreover, as discussed by others already, the main house in this town in Breath of the Wild might be the town's leader's or the town's mayor's house, similar to the mayor's house in Twilight Princess. Another interesting find about this town is that it appears to have the same red flags that were present in the fountain area we just covered, as well as in Hyrule Castle town area in Twilight Princess. Thus, perhaps this town, whatever it may be, may have some connections and loyalty to the royal family or to Hyrule Castle. What is clear is that this area has not been corrupted by Calamity Ganon, as there appears to be human activity and the place doesn't look run down like the prior areas we covered. Number 2. As you guys recall from my Breath of the Wild timeline placement video, there was an unidentified object we could observe from a far distance. I had speculated that the object may have been either the city in the sky from Twilight Princess, or that it might have been Skyloft from Skyward Sword. However, this object seems to be neither of those. Rather, it's shaped in the form of a bird, and as some have speculated, this object's patterns appear to be Sheikah-looking in nature. Moreover, the shape of the emblem that is on the blue outfit of the first bird-looking creature we see is similar to the shape of this bird-like flying object. As we can see with the pinkish red glow that is present on this object, it's possible that it's been corrupted by Calamity Ganon, just like with the Guardians, as I covered in my Guardians theory video. However, it appears that this wasn't always the case, as a close examination reveals a hint of blue that was present perhaps before it became corrupted. Interestingly, there are two types of these bird-like creatures that we are introduced to. The first one, who appears to fly up high in a very rapid pace and who appears to be antagonistic towards Link, and the second one, Cass, who is a minstrel who travels around in Hyrule and appears to help Link locate a shrine. While we don't know what this bird-shaped floating object may be, it's possible that it might be some type of a shrine or dungeon. Time will tell. Number 1. Now, when it comes to the Master Sword in this new trailer, it appears to be in impeccable and pristine condition. But how can we reconcile this with the fact that the Master Sword in the earlier trailer was clearly in a rusted shape? Well, there are two possible explanations. One explanation is that Link is able to obtain the Master Sword and rectify the damage that was done onto it by taking it to some blacksmith or swordsmith, as it's been done in other Zelda games. However, another possible and perhaps more likely explanation is that there's a past-present component in the game, as some have speculated, similar to many other games in the Zelda series. Perhaps in its past form, the Master Sword was in pristine condition, but following the Calamity Ganon's attack, which has brought ruin to Hyrule, the sword rusted just like everything else. Or perhaps the opposite. Another new revelation in the new trailer was a female character who is most likely Princess Zelda. While we already had good reason to believe that Princess Zelda was in the game, considering the messages Link receives early on in the game, this actually puts a face, or more accurately, a body, next to it. Now, there are two separate times we see this person. While we can't be 100% certain it's the same person, it's possible that we may be witnessing Princess Zelda in two different time zones. Once, perhaps in the past, as an actual princess, given that Link is kneeling and she is standing up and her outfit is more in line with the royal garb, and another time where she is in the present perhaps, as she looks to be more of an adventurer as her outfit suggests, with what could possibly be the Sheikah slate in her hand. This could also explain the manner in which she communicates with Link in the early portions of the game. Well, that concludes our list. We'll have more on all of this in the days and weeks ahead. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want more Zelda related content, please subscribe to Gagz Gaming. Check back again soon, as we'll have a new theory on Calamity Ganon, and don't forget to check out our other theories as well. Thank you.